Hi, my name is Sayun, and I am Diane filmmaker from Skoyao community in Taiwan. I start my sorry, I start my career working in indigenous television and later in documentary filmmaking at PDS. For many years, I've been telling stories from my community, and that journey led me to think more deeply about who gets to tell our stories and how. And because indigenous people in Taiwan, we are oral history. So for a long time, many indigenous stories were told by outsiders, but we believe these stories should be told by the people who live them. So that indigenous academy was created as a space for indigenous filmmakers to learn, to create together, and to tell our own stories. So, just give a moment. Okay, so in 2022, I founded that I established the Indigenous Film Academy of Taiwan. The idea was simple: to create a space for indigenous people to learn filmmaking and to tell our own story, and to let our voice to be heard. And at this platform, we organize workshops where participants learn storytelling, directing, and production. And but more importantly, we don't just teach; we create together. So we organize groups, make short films, and go through the whole filmmaking process as a team. Okay, this is me. Our goal is not only to teach filmmakers the making film skills, but to build a community where indigenous creators can support each other and work together, and from their own film crews. And through workshops and short film production and community screenings, we connect filmmaking with real life, and we work closely with communities. It's not just as subjects, but as partners. So people start to see themselves not just as participants or just beginners, but as indigenous filmmakers. We through this process we gain confidence and skills and a stronger connection to their own culture and identity. So yes. So the impact goes beyond the film. It is about cultural identity, representation, and the storytelling rights. It is also connected to transitional justice, the right to represent ourselves and speak from our own perspective, and that's really important, right? In the long term, we hope to build connection with indigenous filmmakers around the world and create a global network of collaboration, because indigenous cinema is not just an art form, it is a movement to reclaim our voice. So it also creates connections between different indigenous groups in Taiwan, because we have a 16 officially 16 indigenous group in Taiwan, and increasingly with indigenous communities around the world, we hope we can connect, and because we share the similar culture and the similar colonial history. Even nowadays, we still colonial until our story be tell, and also we claim our land rights and something else. And of course, it also include the language. So so with all this connection, no matter what, in Taiwan or outside the world, for me, this is more than education of filmmaking. It's about a voice, identity, and the right to tell our own story. Because before, is outsider to tell ourselves our story. But this is we have a chance, we have an opportunity to take the camera, and now this is the chance, we have this chance to tell the outsider what is our culture like, and our story. So this is so we can share and convey the ideas and the authenticity, culture and history, to share to the community and the other people who are interested with indigenous culture. Because indigenous cinema, just like I say, it's just not a form, it is a movement. Yeah, so for now, especially in my generation, and also the including next generation, this is the like I think maybe this time is like transitional time for us, because the elder in the tribe, they pass away year by year, and in my generation, it's kind of like we have a heritage, their culture and their spirit, and to practice in the real life, right? But when the elder become less and less every year, it means the culture, the traditional culture is become less and less, and some ritual or ceremonies even they are disappear. Yeah, so I think through visual art we can preserve, and also we can convey more our profound feeling and profound emotion of the indigenous culture. So indigenous cinema is not just a trend, it is a movement to reclaim our voice. And the storytelling is not just art, it is a way to restore truth. The right to represent ourselves is at the core of the transitional justice. We are shifting from being subjects of observation to becoming storytellers. And also, I think in the future of indigenous cinema, or where we trying to learn our culture back, is so that will present the authenticity comes from lived experience, not external interpretation or just in an imagination. So you have to practice. Yeah, otherwise you just only words. Yeah, and the cinema becomes a space and also a way to reconnect with land, and especially we engaged with community, and we also learn language and the memory. We can restore it, and in image, so that we can learn from them. So the future lies in connection and the collaboration among the indigenous communities worldwide. So I think when we talking about indigenous academy, many people have some misunderstanding of it. They maybe this is the platform to making research, or more like an academic way to study indigenous. Actually, maybe this we prefer more practice filmmaking practice to shooting. And the point is we have a similar cultural background, so we can collaborate together and create together, and everyone have some ideas, and we trying to make it a film. And our goal is to make in Taiwan we have hundreds tribes, we have hundreds communities. We hope in the future, over many years ago, maybe every tribe has their own visual or their cinema or their movies from their own perspective, and we can make these films, we can screening in Taiwan or in the world. So I think this is a good way to share, and also to, I think then you can see when the screening or you see the indigenous artworks, art film, or the films getting more and more, and maybe we can we can decrease the discrimination and also the label on the indigenous. So this is why the Indigenous Film Academy is really important for now. So okay, I think my my presentation is this is it, kind of like a briefly introduction for the Indigenous Film Academy of Taiwan, and I would like to more interaction with the audience. Yeah, so that's my presentation. Thank you.